Colorado activists are calling on the Biden administration to implement stronger, cleaner car standards to reduce emissions.
They want the White House to implement new standards by the end of the year for all vehicles starting in 2027. They say emissions are causing pollution and poor air quality across our state.
This is not some abstract future problem. We need to address it right now, and the federal, state, and local governments all have to play their part.
It's time for a just and robust transition from combustion engines to fully electric vehicles for us, for our children, for our children's children.
For some context here, back in April, the EPA proposed new vehicle standards that would be the most dramatic reductions in history. The rules would cut emissions by nearly 60% from existing 2026 requirements. But to make this happen, the EPA says automakers would need to have 60% of new production be electric by 2030, nearly 70% by 2032. The EPA is expected to finalize the proposal next spring.
And you might be wondering what's being done in Colorado to reduce emissions.
Well, Governor Polis has set a goal of nearly 1 million electric vehicles on the road by 2030, part of his plan to achieve 100% renewable energy by 2040.
And the group Drive Electric Colorado reports there are more than 3,300 charging ports in our state, and close to 2,000 charging stations are here in the metro.
Well, Denver 7's Colette Bordelon live from a charging station in Wheat Ridge. And Colette, a lot of drivers are hesitant to make this switch from gas to electric.
Those current concerns are really just about the limitations of electric vehicles. For instance, what's the deal with their battery life, and how frequently can you really find charging stations, especially on long road trips? So I spoke with the Colorado Energy Office to answer some of the biggest questions we got from viewers. The cars on Denver roads
Transportation is the largest source of emissions in Colorado and nationwide.
are leaving a mark, but one kind got the green light from the state.
There are about 86,000 electric vehicles in Colorado.
Is that a lot of electric vehicles when compared to other cars on Colorado's roads?
It's about 1.5% of all vehicles on the road.
A recent Pew Research survey found just under 40% of Americans are very or somewhat likely to consider buying an electric vehicle. However, half of American adults say they're not too likely or not at all interested in an EV.
I don't do a lot of long distance driving. But if I were somebody, like my one son drives around the Western Slope all the time, I can't imagine how often he'd be stopping to try and find a charge station.
We took Curtis Kuhl's questions about electric vehicles to Christian Willis, who works with the Colorado Energy Office.
There's an increasing number of high-speed charging stations along our interstates and corridors, with many thousands more coming over the next decades.
What about the cost of replacing a battery in an electric vehicle?
There's not a lot of data on that because it doesn't really happen a lot. And actually, electric vehicles come with a very comprehensive warranty for batteries, 100,000 miles or 10 years.
I would be concerned about the maintenance.
Because electric vehicles have very few moving parts, there's little to no maintenance. So you end up saving an awful lot on the operational costs of running your electric vehicle.
Ultimately, Kuhl says he's sticking to gas.
Our goal is nearly 1 million vehicles, 940,000 electric vehicles by 2030.
While Willis believes electric vehicles are going to be taking over Colorado roads. Another one of the big questions we got is what kind of electricity is actually powering these electric vehicles. The state says increasingly it's things like wind and solar. And another question, cost. Cost is obviously a huge barrier when you're buying any kind of new car. In Colorado, you can get a tax credit of up to $5,000 when buying a new electric vehicle, Shannon. Plus, the Colorado Office of Energy is actually going to be rolling out a rebate program in August. That's going to be for Coloradans in the low to moderate income range who are trying to swap out their older, higher emitting vehicles to new electric ones.
Stuff, Colette, a lot to think about. Colette Bordelon tonight, thanks.
And one other question you may have is if the energy grid is ready to handle electric vehicles. So we, of course, reached out to Xcel, and they are telling us the grid is able to handle energy use from different sources, which includes electric vehicles. Xcel also says they are working on a plan for additional energy use, and we'll share it with the Colorado Public Utilities Commission in August.
So let's take a closer look at how much it costs to charge an electric vehicle. According to Kelley Blue Book, an electric vehicle gets about 3 to 4 miles per kilowatt hour. The cost of per kilowatt hour, it's about 16 cents at the average home. So If you drove 1,100 miles a month, you'd use 375 kilowatt hours, about $60 per month to charge your car at home.